Thank you for this interview.
Oh, no, man.
I never really actually hold a mic. Yeah, so this is new to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, get used to it.
Yeah, I wanted to be a rapper, so I.
Hey, you can spit some bars, man.
Nah, I got it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it on the
Freestyle.
I don't
You got
have it
nothing.
on the spot. You know, like the OGs do.
That's
but
the move you got. You got to have them in the spots. Be like, you want a freestyle? Where it's like it's not really a freestyle. You just pull like some bars from in your head. You're like, okay, I got one.
You
Like,
know,
it's just off the top of my head.
It's the
and you
new,
just lay it down.
It's the new generation now, so the kids, we don't do that no more. We get so nervous, we just be like, oh, let's go to the studio and do it. Shoot.
You fight in front of thousands of people. You wrestled in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
How you getting nervous to say some words into a microphone,
Because
Joey?
I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want to be like, dude, what this kid talking about, man? He don't look like he know what he's
Nah,
talking
you gotta
about.
be like, I'm the undefeated wrestler from. I don't know.
Oh no, let's fight now. It's
Is
fight
it
time.
those national championship rings?
Yeah, man, I'm wearing them today. This one's my 174 year, so I believe I was a sophomore here. And then they gave me one for winning all 4 years, and it says 133 and on it. And then I got one for coaching, so I went for grad assistant last year, 2017, and helped my team out and win the championship as well.
Wow, nice.
So yeah, just supporting all of
Notre
them.
Dame, right?
Notre Dame of Ohio, yes.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
So blinged out. You look so fly right now. And you wearing a tracksuit and you're still looking fly, Joey.
Oh man, it's new
How do you do
generation,
it?
man.
How do you do it?
Just blessed. Just blessed.
So to catch you guys up, this is Bellator fighter Joey Davis, right?
Yo.
Joey Black Ice Davis in the house.
Here on Thug Jitsu Master and the Squid, undefeated college wrestler, one of 3, I believe.
Yes, 3 people have done it so far.
Marcus Levasseur.
Marcus Levester, Division 3. You got Kel Sanderson, who's
Sanderson.
worldwide known, and then I'm the one who did a Division 2, me right here.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's super impressive. 133 wrestling matches, not losing a single one of them. What was your toughest wrestling match?
Oh, I think all of them was tough, man. After I won the first title, it was like, oh man, everybody was after me.
Headhunting.
Man, I got called out from multiple occasions. I even bumped up a weight class to get the highest competition. I wrestled all the Division 1 tournaments as well. I mean, I was just fortunate. I just was a hardworking kid, and I'm just blessed to have people like Antonio McKee in my corner, because he started me at 5 years old in his garage, and if it wasn't for him, I would not be the person I am today. I would be probably in the streets game banging or something, probably. For real, that's just real. Cause
You're from Compton, right?
yeah, still, yeah. I mean, my mom still lives in Compton. I'm trying to move her out the tent.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm in this platform I am today. I have my dad, who's from Gary, Indiana. That place looked like somebody dropped a bomb and left it. Seriously, it's not a game over there.
Yeah.
My dad was fortunate to move out of Gary to Compton, and which ain't that much better. And then he had his kid, me, and I'm the young king that's going to try to move him out the hood.
Now that's interesting, because in some of my studies about U.S. history and about the end of racism. I'm sorry, not racism. The racism hasn't ended. The end of slavery, and then racism and whatnot.
Racism hasn't ended,
Racism hasn't ended at all. But Indiana was like where the KKK started.
You just taught me something, Coach Eves. I thought
Oh,
it started
yeah?
in Ohio.
Oh, you gotta talk to your dad about that. It
Yeah.
was a real hub for a lot of that back in the day, and I don't know when that. I don't know if that's changed or if the attitude has changed there at all, but you got to talk to your dad about that and find out something about his history growing up there. That'd definitely be interesting.
Well, he has taught me this, Coach Eve. He said he didn't go to school with white people.
Yeah.
At all whatsoever. I mean, he went to school with Michael Jackson. Not with Michael Jackson, same high school, Roosevelt in Gary, Indiana. Actually, we've been to Michael Jackson's house. I've really been to his house in Never Ranch too. My church went there, and I've been to his house, which was in Gary, Indiana as well. So actually, as you're talking, remember we start coming back. He didn't go to school with white people at all. So when he went to the military, that was the first white people we actually seen, because he went to the Marines and stuff like that. So actually, I do kind of remember that. Yeah, he did teach me a little something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's the story, man. I didn't know you were from Compton. I met Joey when I think you were a senior in high school.
Yes, Coach.
And he came in to train, and I was like, yeah,
I
he's a
was
kid.
your little icon. I was looking up to you from the get-go.
Man, I was like, okay, I'm a wrestler. Like, yeah, he's a good wrestler. He's a kid. He's in high school. So what? Like, I sprawled on one takedown, and like that was it. It's like this kid is for real. So now that you're in mixed martial arts, I see the sky is the limit. Especially with you working with a guy like Tone, and this fight is a big opportunity for you. How do you feel going into this fight this weekend?
I'm extremely confident right now, just because Tone, man, he put me through hell going through this training camp because he knows all my weaknesses. He knows all the things I don't want to do anymore. He knows what's the best for me. It's like a family. So it's not like a coach who's just, oh man, just telling me things to pump my head up. No, he breaks my spirit every day. Yeah. He's the only person that can beat me up on this planet, other than you, Coach Eves, and so I respect a man like that. I'm still scared of the dude, so I gotta listen to him. And another thing is just that he puts so much of his work into me. I just can't let it waste. I don't want to waste no opportunities I have. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be in the sport because I'm really not a fighter. I'm a lover. But Tone told me that you can't waste your talent, and then I'm just following my little cousin footsteps as long as I can go.
You say you're a lover and not a fighter, but that straight right to the body, I know about that. I know about that. So I was training with Joey. I was training with Joey a few days ago, and I had a little lapse in judgment. I was not paying quite the attention that I should have been paying to him. Out after? No. and he hit me with a straight right to the body, and it was one of those. I was like, oh, that was a good one. It was a good one, kid. I need a second.
You got was kind of miserable, Coach. By your OG Antonio, he kicked my butt after that.
So yeah. I'm looking for you to land some of those in this upcoming fight with Ian Butler. I've met Ian before. I haven't trained with him. He actually reached out to me a long time ago and asked me for some training, but I couldn't do it at the time. What do you know of your opponent?
Well, I know he's kind of similar to me growing up wise. I know he was a homeless kid. He's looking for the way out as well. He moved out here to try to get a better life, and I respect that a lot, But I just feel like he picked the wrong one because I ain't no different from him. I'm trying to get my mom out the tent, like I'm saying. So I'm still just as hungry as he is, and I'm still young, and I just felt like he just picked the wrong time to call me out. Just the wrong time.
That's deep and that's dope. I'm looking at this fight and I look at two young brothers that really want it, and you get the best fights out of two hungry guys.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this one. When you look at Ian Butler, you have the wrestling pedigree. You have what everybody believes is the best base for mixed martial arts, right? But your striking's gotten a whole lot better. Yeah. The one thing I don't know yet is your submission game. How do you feel in that department?
I'm still working. I mean, I got the best jiu-jitsu coaches right now, Jason Manley. I work with him hard a lot, and I take it very seriously. And the difference between now is just that I have patience, more patience now. I done won everything I ever wanted to accomplish. I was a 2-time state champ, 6-time national champ. So now I just have more patience and just to learn. And that was something I never got to do. I was always just trying to be the best, be the best at everything I do. And now I'm in this platform, and I ain't in no rush. I know how great I am, and I know what I could do in the sport. And I just feel like I have all the tools to be the champ when I want to be.
Are you gonna try to? Is wrestling one of the big things you're gonna try to use? Obviously, you come from a wrestling background. Are you gonna? I haven't seen very much of your style.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of your wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Like I watched a bunch this week. I watched your there was a Flow Combat national title. I think you won like when you were like in high school.
Yeah. I
watched that, and I watched like your Beat the Streets match. And
I lost that one.
That was a good match, actually.
No, he kicked my butt, man. I can't beat Oklahoma State in freestyle, man. John Smith keeps getting me.
Well, it was close until the end of the second period. Yeah. Then he started turning you.
Turning it up.
But it was 1-0 for
Yeah, it's close, but
it was competitive, and I was wondering, are you gonna try to press wrestling, be a fighter that pushes wrestling more than anything, or?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good question. I'm still figuring out my style. I'm only 2-0 in the sport.
Yeah.
I'm very unorthodox. If you can see my first fight, I didn't know what I was doing out there. I thought I hit him. Keith, man, I just wanted to shout you out, bro. You changed my life. Because I didn't want to fight after no more after I fought you, man. I hit you with some punches, and you kept looking at me, and I was just like, this is crazy. I don't think I want to be in this no more. But, man, that's what I was thinking. But, so I'm still figuring out my style, and I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm just dangerous. I can do anything I want. I can knee, punch, kick, take you down, control you. I'm really good on top. So it's scary. It's very scary. I just got to figure myself out. And Coach Antonio is still helping me out, figuring myself out. So this fight, sky's the limit.
Yeah, when you say Coach Tone, you've been with him since you were 5. Tone and I, we had a slight rivalry before we became friends.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, we did. He was calling me out, and I was like, "You got knocked out by Chris Brennan. Don't be calling on me." And then we went to the gym, and I was like, "You know what? I'm glad it worked out this way, because I would have had to fuck you up for me to win that fight." And you're like, I don't know if I could get him off of me. He's one of those guys.
Sticky.
Once he's on top, you're
Very
not going anywhere.
sticky.
He's powerful with those grips. But anyway, you've been working with him since you were 5. You and AJ, you guys have been with him for so long. You've got this style that mimics some of what he does, but it also is wide open in that you're cleaner with your striking. I believe you're better than he was at the time with his striking, and more aggressive and not necessarily more passionate, but more aggressive and more violent with your stand-up game. So where does that come from?
My mom.
You got your stand-up from your mom?
My mom was a
he got it from his mama.
My mom was a real gangster to feel, man. She's still gang banging out there, man. And I love you, Mom. When you see this, she's gonna be very proud. But the aggressiveness come from my mom and dad, man. They yeah, that's all I can say on that part. Yeah, it's mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. That's cool. I'm just excited. I've always considered myself a little bit of like a wrestling historian. I wrestled in college myself. I wrestled 2 years in JUCO. We won a JUCO national title as a team, but
What's JUCO? You mind me asking?
Nassau Community College.
Is
I was on the same team with Chris Weidman.
Junior college.
Okay.
Junior
So do y'all wrestle Clackamas? That's a community college. Iowa Central.
We beat Iowa Central.
Wow.
Yeah, we beat Iowa Central.
Isn't that what John Bones went? Iowa
with John
Central.
Bones, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little older than John. I'm 32, so.
You look young, man. I thought you were 28.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish, man. I'm 28 at heart. No, but it's cool to see, like, the same thing with, like, Marcus. Like, it's cool to see these undefeated wrestlers transition into MMA, or very highly touted wrestlers transition into MMA. I always like to see how they evolve as a fighter. What style do they take? Do they stay with the wrestling base? Do they, because a lot of guys, you look at Chael Sonnen, he's still pushing the wrestling into his 40s. So it's like there's definitely, you could have some longevity with being, quote unquote, a one-dimensional fighter.
Yeah.
If your one dimension is such a better dimension than other people's stuff. Because wrestling, you control where everything goes. So
Right, man.
if you get uncomfortable on
happens.
your feet, take him down. If the guy wants to take you down, he can't.
Well,
so
here's the
you have a
thing.
lot of control of where you dictate where it goes.
That's what I feel, man. You make some good points, because I really wanted to go out there and just be a wrestler, but you got to entertain.
You do.
And that's hard to do when you take somebody down and just lay on them, and the referee don't let you do that no more in sport.
Yeah, but you probably know from being an undefeated college wrestler that it's also the record too is part of it, because people, you want to entertain people, but there is something very special about being undefeated. Look at Floyd Mayweather. When undefeated, I wouldn't say he had the most exciting fights his whole career, but when undefeated. So it's definitely, there's two sides to that argument of being exciting, but also just being a winner. So I think that's
a very good point, man. You just taught me something. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, so that's a good point, man.
I apologize, Bellator fans, if I made it a boring fight, man.
So here's the trick, Joey. My advice on that is to have fun.
Yeah.
Don't think too much. Don't be too concerned with entertaining the fans.
Fight your fight.
Fight your fight, because in the end, the only person that you have to answer to, like you see your girl at the end of the day, your babies will come, but at the end of the day, when everybody else is asleep, the only person that you're with is yourself. So you have to be comfortable with what you do. So you go out there and you just perform, have fun, enjoy yourself, and just be in the moment. That's what fighting is. Just like wrestling, all those matches you won, it's because you were there. You weren't anywhere else. You have to be in that moment.
Very right. From a very experienced. I thought you were gonna go with the God thing. I thought you were gonna say the only guy you gotta trust is God. I thought you were gonna.
That's real too, though, man. This is all part of God's plan while I'm here.
Now, you train out at a body shop. We had some good wrestlers come through there. McKee, Jason Hyde, Jesse Juarez is in there. But you, AJ, Pico, you guys are the next generation of that. How does, I guess, being the second generation of that lineage, how does that feel to you? How does it feel to represent the body shop and Los Angeles and Orange County like that?
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm happy and blessed to be in this position, because I had opportunities to go elsewhere, I got to train with Black House Zillions in Florida after my 4th national title. I got to train in places in Cleveland with Steve Miop, the champ, the UFC heavyweight champ.
Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, at his gym. So I had other opportunities, and they gave me the world. You know what I mean? Because they believed in my talent. But something kept telling me, man, you need to go with your family and start with them first, and then see the outcome first. Let them show you the ropes, so you can learn. You can't just think you're gonna go in somewhere thinking you could do everything on your own. You got to learn and sit back and watch first, and be an observant. And I'm very good at observing things and seeing what I really want to do. And I'm just happy and blessed, and I'm glad to be part of Pico and AJ, because I've been knowing Aaron since I was about 6 years old. 6 years old, so we used to call him Cheeks, and it's still crazy that it's crazy that we're all we can call each other pros now.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I love that thought. And one thing about that I would add to is you got a coach like Tone. He's one of these guys who knows he doesn't know it all. He knows that he has a good knowledge of the game. He understands the game as well as anybody, but there are little details about it that he's willing to bring people in or be happy for you to go out and learn. A lot of coaches, they try to hold you, and they don't want you to see that there are things they don't know, and you may be attracted
Ego.
to that by someone else.
Ego.
So with a coach like that, I appreciate him, and the fact that you can go out and learn, and you can bring that back to the gym, and you can help those guys under you that come up behind you to learn. So keep that attitude, Joey, man.